Welcome to this channel to hear a new information, story, autography, news and biography. Today I want to tell you Iranian history. Who know Iran? Listen up to the end to hear amazing events. Iranian history begins deep in antiquity, rooted in the arrival of Indo-Iranian tribes on the Iranian plateau around the 2nd millennium BCE. These early peoples brought Indo-European languages, social structures, and religious concepts that would later shape Persian culture. Over time, they settled across a vast region stretching from Central Asia to the Zagros Mountains, laying the groundwork for one of the world's longest-lasting civilizations. One of the earliest major political entities in Iranian history was the Elamite civilization, c. 2700 to 539 BCE, centered in southwestern Iran. Elam had its own language, writing system, and artistic traditions, often interacting sometimes peacefully, sometimes violently with Mesopotamian powers like Sumer, Akkad, and Babylon. Though eventually absorbed by later empires, Elam contributed to Iran's early cultural diversity. The true rise of Iran as a world power came with the Achaemenid Empire c. 550 to 330 BCE. Founded by Cyrus the Great, Cyrus created the largest empire the world had yet seen, stretching from Anatolia to the Indus Valley. He's remembered not only as a conqueror, but also as a ruler who promoted tolerance, allowing subject peoples to retain their religions and customs, famously freeing the Jews from Babylonian captivity under rulers like Darius I and Xerxes I. The Achaemenid Empire developed sophisticated systems of administration, taxation, and infrastructure. The empire was divided into satrapies, provinces, connected by royal roads and unified by standardized laws and coinage. Zoroastrian ideas, especially the struggle between truth Usher and falsehood Druge, became deeply influential during this era. The Achaemenid Empire fell to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE after a series of decisive battles. Following Alexander's death, Iran became part of the Seleucid Empire, a Hellenistic state that blended Greek and Persian traditions. Greek cities, art, and philosophy spread across Iran, but local customs and identities remained strong, preventing full cultural assimilation. By the mid-3rd century BCE, the Parthian Empire emerged, founded by the Arsacid dynasty. The Parthians were skilled horse archers and famously defeated Roman armies, including Crassus at the Battle of Carrhae. Their decentralized feudal system allowed local rulers significant autonomy, making the empire flexible but sometimes politically unstable. The Parthians were succeeded by the Sasanian Empire to 651 CE, one of Iran's most powerful and culturally influential dynasties. The Sasanians' centralized authority promoted Zoroastrianism as a state religion and revived Persian identity in opposition to Roman and Byzantine rivals. Cities flourished, trade expanded, and Persian art, architecture, and literature reached new heights. The long wars between the Sasanians and Byzantines weakened both empires, leaving Iran vulnerable to a new force, the Arab-Muslim conquests of the 7th century. After the defeat of the last Sasanian ruler, Yazdegerd III, Iran was gradually incorporated into the Islamic Caliphate. This marked a profound transformation in religion, language, and governance. Although Islam became dominant, Iranian culture did not disappear. Instead, it blended with Islamic civilization, producing a rich Persian-Islamic synthesis. Persian administrators, scholars, and poets played crucial roles in the Abbasid Caliphate, and the Persian language re-emerged as a literary medium, written in the Arabic script. Between the 9th and 11th centuries, semi-independent Iranian dynasties like the Samanids, Buyids, and Ghaznavids ruled parts of Iran. This period saw a renaissance of Persian literature, including masterpieces like Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, which preserved pre-Islamic Iranian myths and history and reinforced a strong sense of national identity. The Seljuk Turks entered Iran in the 11th century, bringing Sunni Islam and Turkic political traditions. Though ethnically Turkic, the Seljuks adopted Persian culture and bureaucracy. Persian remained the language of administration and high culture, showing Iran's ability to culturally absorb its conquerors. In the 13th century, Iran suffered immense destruction during the Mongol invasions led by Genghis Khan and his successors. Cities were devastated and populations massacred. However, under the later Ilkhanate, Iran experienced recovery, with Mongol rulers converting to Islam and patronizing Persian art, science, and architecture. The early modern Iranian state was forged by the Safavid dynasty 1501 to 1736. The Safavids made 12 Shiism the official religion of Iran, a decision that permanently shaped Iranian identity and distinguished Iran from its Sunni neighbors. They established a strong centralized state and turned Iran into a major cultural and political power. After the Safavids, Iran entered a period of instability under the Afshar, Zand, and eventually Qajar dynasties. The Qajar era 1789-19-5 was marked by territorial losses to Russia and Britain, economic weakness, and increasing foreign influence. Despite this, constitutional ideas began to take root. The constitutional revolution of 1905 to 1911 was a major turning point. Iranians demanded limits on royal power, the rule of law, and the parliament modules. Although the movement faced setbacks, it introduced modern political concepts and planted the seeds of future reform and resistance. In 1925, Reza Shah Pahlavi came to power, founding the Pahlavi dynasty. He pursued rapid modernization and centralization, building infrastructure, promoting secular education, and reducing clerical influence. However, his authoritarian rule and forced westernization policies generated opposition. Reza Shah was succeeded by his son, Mohammad Reza Shah, whose reign coincided with the Cold War. The 1953 overthrow of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, orchestrated with foreign involvement, deeply affected Iranian politics. The Shah's later reforms, known as the White Revolution, modernized society, but widened inequality and suppressed dissent. Growing opposition culminated in the Iranian Revolution of 1979, which overthrew the monarchy and established the Islamic Republic under Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. The new system combined republican institutions with clerical authority, reshaping Iran's domestic politics and foreign relations. Soon after the revolution, Iran was plunged into the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988, a devastating conflict that caused immense human and economic losses. The war reinforced revolutionary ideology, strengthened the state's security apparatus, and deeply influenced Iranian society and political culture. In the decades since, Iran has navigated tensions between reform and conservatism, international sanctions, nuclear negotiations, and regional influence. Social movements, demographic change, and demands for greater freedoms continue to shape the country. Today, Iran remains a complex society where ancient heritage, Islamic identity, and modern challenges coexist, making its history not just long, but continuously evolving. Thank you very much.